Hey guys, welcome back to Team Death Slinger. My name is Peter, and today we're opening two special release boosters and the Premium Bandai Heroines Set. So stay tuned and we'll get right into it. So first things first, you guys voted for this. You wanted a more rambly style video. So this is going to be a bonus video. It's not going to take place of any regular upload. This is just for me to chat with you guys and open up some mail here, look at some packages, and some new products. So we're actually going to start with this. I got this off of eBay, and if you are like me, you might be a little bit on the older side, and this might not be the first Digimon TCG that you've actually seen or been a part of or anything like that. So when I was younger, what actually kind of caught my attention with Digimon was the 2004 Digimon card game. So with that in mind, I was browsing eBay and I saw this, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. This is a magazine advert. It's a recreation, obviously, but for the 2004 Digimon collectible card game, this was the booster box Operation X, and this is kind of how I was introduced to this big bad man named Dorugoramon, and it made me fall in love with the character, kind of really grabbed me as a child and made me want Digimon cards, Digimon toys, all of this stuff, and I never got any. So if this is something you want to see me open on the channel, some Digimon collectible card boosters, I actually know this set specifically, Operation X, is actually really obtainable, so I could do that on the channel if you guys are interested, and we could look at some old Digimon cards together. But now that that is out of the way, we have this Premium Bandai Heroines box that I'm actually going to open off camera real quick, because it does have my address on it, and I don't want to share that with the world quite yet. So I, like many of you guys, might have seen that this Premium Bandai box right here has some Mervamon alt arts, and that's really, you can see right there, Heroines Set. That's why I wanted this, and to be honest, there's not a whole lot in this box that I was really personally interested in. I wanted the Mervamons. The Venusmons were something that I told myself I could put in my girlfriend's decks no matter what she's playing, but she always plays yellow. My brother's kind of into Lilithmon. A couple of my friends are into Lilithmon too, so that's totally a thing I can use, or someone can use. And then we have the old Sakuyamon. I don't think anyone's going to be running that, to be honest with you. But I've never opened a Premium Bandai product before, so I thought we could take a look together. I don't know what this is, but it is there. And then we have our box here. We'll get rid of this off to the side. And what do we have? We have all of our heroines on the front as advertised. This art actually looks a little bit better in person than it did on the website. We've got all of the silhouettes there on the side. This looks, honestly, if you've never had one of these before, this is a really cheap box. I know it's advertised as a storage box. I don't even know. I guess I'll keep it just because I paid for it. But, you know, it's kind of chintzy here. So what happens, we open it up. Here are the Kari Kamiya sleeves. Am I going to use these? No, these sleeves, if you don't know about Digimon sleeves, they're always pretty sticky, kind of low quality. They fall apart pretty fast. So I will most likely be giving these to my brother. He can oversleeve them, and that can be that. And then we have our pile of cards here. Anything else in here at all? Nope, just trash. So we have our storage box. We can leave this in frame off to the side. If I could close it. I'm not gifted with my hands. Let's put that right there. That looks nice. And, you know, Akari can be there. And then we can take a look at some of these alt arts. So we have quite a few cards in this set, actually. It's all of the female tamers of some variety or another. I should have really grabbed some sleeves, but I didn't. So we're all going to have to live with that together. So here is our Venusmon. The foiling on this is actually really fantastic. I don't know if you can see that at all. This looks gorgeous in person. My girlfriend is getting a steal getting these from me, but she plays this game with me, so I love her very much. So two Venusmons there. The Mervamon, this one, I couldn't tell if I really liked this card or not on the image. I wanted it because it's a Merva alt art, and I'm a monkey like that. But the face, like, if you compare what's going on here, you know, she's pretty in there. Merva's face looks kind of like we're missing something. Something's not quite right. I mean, the focus of the image is, you know, right front and center, but I don't know. I think I'll probably still put one in my Minervamon deck because I'm running 3 copies of this card. But I'm actually not super in love with the foiling on this one, to be honest with you. There's some texture in the background there, but it's all right. The Sakuyamons, actually really dig this art. If this wasn't, I don't know how much use the Sakuyamon sees, but it is there. It's all right. And then we have the Lilithmons. This is probably going to be worth some money. I'd assume they're going to go for something like 20 bucks a piece. I'm probably going to wind up selling them to my friend for less than that. But this is the new EX6 Lilithmon, and it does look quite nice. And you can actually see, I don't know if you can see that on the camera. No, you can't, but these are all actually curled right out of the box, which kind of sucks, to be honest with you. The Mervemons are like, that is some drastic curl. Let me see if I can get that on camera. That is, I mean, that's not really exaggerated. That's just, there's some curl on them boys, which, that's pretty lame. Missing a Lilithmon. Whatever, this can go in a stack. We have the Zoe. My brother is, in fact, building an Ancient Kazemon deck, so he can have these bad boys. The Yolis. Honestly, if you have a red Digimon, you gain a memory if a multicolor attacks deleted Digimon 3K or less. I'm sure I could find a use for that. Actually, there's plenty of good multicolored Digimon. This actually kind of works with the new EX4 Chaos Gallantmon. If I had a way to cheat this out, it would actually totally be playable. But I dig it. All right, maybe I'll use that someday. The BT10 Nene with the new Dark Nightmon stuff, this is probably totally playable and usable, so I'll hang on to these and probably do something with them. The Yoshinos, this is in one of my brother's Rosemon deck, so he can have those. The BT14 Mimi, reveal top 3. I don't think we're going to have a use for this, but man, this actually is really nice art. I like the silhouette in the background there of the character along with the front and center character. It's kind of nice. It really does look much better in person than it does on cam. But the foiling's kind of not my favorite. The Soras for bird deck. I don't play birds, so that is what it is. The BT15 Kari. Then we have the Rika from BT17. This will get some use in my brother's Kuyamon deck, so good for him. He's actually getting more cards out of this than I am. And then the Rulies. Honestly, maybe I can find a reason to use this, but I most likely not. So that is it for our Heroine set. So now let's go ahead and move over to the special boosters, and we'll go through those much quicker and hit a couple of different conversation topics. All right, we've got 2 booster boxes here. We'll start with one, and we'll go kind of quickly through these, like I said. So what I'm really excited for here is any Magna Garurumons, Duskmons, Velgarmons, any of the SP rares would be cool. I'm going to gaslight myself into thinking I actually have a chance of pulling one at 2 booster boxes because I know it's 1 SP per case. What is it, like 12 boxes in a case, which means theoretically with 2 boxes, I have like a 1 in 6 chance of getting one of them SP rares. I do also have trash boxes down here, so I'm not just chucking my garbage on the trash, or my garbage on the floor. But yeah, anything for purple hybrids, the Lord Nightmon deck. What I really am hoping to get, alt art wise, is the Duskmon, Velgarmon, Lord Nightmon X, Shadow Seraphimon. We have the Lucky Pack, our box topper, and then all of these packs. So we'll start with, I think it would be appropriate to the box topper. I'm really hoping to get some Kojis from this guy here, because that would be what I'm going to be running mostly tamer-wise. I guess JP's not bad either because I will be using that in Magnagar, so we will see what we get. I also probably should have whipped out some sleeves, but we have a Vespamon and a Zoe or Moto. I didn't realize we got an extra uncommon in here, so that's kind of cool. We'll put these off to the side for now, and then in our lucky pack, see what we get. We have the Kazemon. All right. Not the best start, but I will take it. So, this box, super exciting for a lot of people. A bunch of people excited for the Z Millenniumon. Myself, probably not playing the deck. But it is exciting to see so many SRs in a box at once. And the increased pull rates are pretty cool. So I'm pretty excited over the product. Also getting my Dynasmon stuff is cool. 7th Divine Cruise. This card's art is actually pretty fantastic. And then our first hit is an Emperor Greymon. That's pretty sweet. I'm just going to keep a stack of commons over here. Unfortunately, nothing for any of the decks I want to play so far. But that's okay. So I did say there were a couple things I wanted to hit on. And I guess the first is just, you know, I am super thankful. 700 subs is kind of crazy to me. When I first uploaded my Chaos Gallantmon video, I didn't really think we'd have, you know, that much traction in this whole thing. But here we are. People are watching. There's the Lucemon Larva. That's pretty cool. And a Dynasmon Ace Altar. I will actually take that because I am building this deck. So that's our first real hit. Not something I was super looking for, but I will take it. I don't know what the price is on this, but we will find out at some point. I'm actually going to put this... I guess I'll put it over here for now, just because it is separate from the other cards. So I'm super thankful. If you are watching this YAP session, good on you. Thank you for that. I appreciate everybody's support with this channel and with the content that I make. The outpouring of support has been pretty cool. My average views are actually quite high compared to my subscriber count, and that just leads me to believe that there's lots of people who keep coming back. There's the first Magna that I do need. Coming back to these videos, even if they're not subscribed, which means people are interested in what I do, which is really, really satisfying. So thank you for that. Moving forward, we are getting pretty close to 1,000 subscribers, so I'm trying to think of what I should do for that. I know most people celebrate something like that. To me, it's kind of exciting because 1,000 subs will mark my ability to be monetized as a channel, and that's pretty cool because this hobby can start to pay for itself. There's the Metal Carpetarian Mon, which I do need for my Ancient Guard deck. No Dusk Mons yet or Lord Night Mons, which is kind of sad. But yeah, being able to be monetized to do this would be pretty exciting. I've been trying to do the math to see about where I would land on that, and I think it's going to wind up being something like $50 a month, which when you're like me and you're kind of either just buying a couple booster boxes or just building one deck per set, that does eat a decent chunk into the costs associated with playing this deck. There's the Ancient Beetle and the Ryugamon, so that is exciting. And we do also have channel members now, which also kind of blows my mind, because right now there are 2 people that are paying money to support us every month. And I guess by us, I really just mean me. That's kind of crazy, too, to think that there's anybody here who actually enjoys this content enough that they want to just give money. There's a Lowimon, awesome, and a Lord Knight, awesome hits. I need both of those. So I'm very touched by that, and that is something that's super exciting for me personally. That being said, I have been thinking about how I could potentially increase the amount of views I get every month, because I would like to see this channel be something that I can do and net something like $100 a month off of, because that really pays for like a booster box a set, and that would kind of be ideal. I mean, I would still have to pay taxes on it. There's the 7th Divine Cruise again and the Megatherium, and that would put me in a better spot to actually be able to buy some product every set and enjoy it without it really just being chump change, I guess. So I was kind of thinking the ways I could actually feasibly do that. Obviously, option number 1, I could just make more interesting content, which is kind of hard because I have kind of built my audience to be something that enjoys casual, niche, weird content almost, like different builds. There's the Kuma and the Zephyr. But we don't really do meta deck profiles. Actually, when I do post meta deck profiles, the views tend to be much lower on average than things like my Megidramon Duskmon deck. That video got upwards of 1,000 views in just a couple days, which is really, really good. Videos like my Craniumon deck get 1,000 views, which is really, really great for my subscriber count. That's good. Oh, that confused me for a second. Cannon Beamon, the Lucimon. Oh, this isn't foil, I just tricked myself. So that's our second hit, is the Lucimon Satan mode. Not bad, but I didn't really want to build that deck, so, you know, that is a really expensive deck to build. So unless I really have to, I don't think I will. I guess I could proxy it up or something, but you know how that goes. But the obviously making different content isn't probably going to do that great for my channel unless I can consistently churn out like weird purple decks that people are really quite interested in. And I don't want to put content in front of you guys that you really don't want to watch. I thought about doing something like adding 2 gameplay videos per week to the channel. That would go like Tuesday, Thursday, and it wouldn't necessarily take away from the content you're getting right now. I am trying to do like 2 deck profiles per week, and then 1 kind of etc. video on a Wednesday. Usually, for consistency's sake, that is either a comments video, something interesting, like I believe this week we'll be going over Talmon Loop, Awesome Takuya and Koji, and then the Z Millennium, which I did plan on making that video before East made his. He did put his out like 3 days after I recorded mine, and I was like, well, cool. Now I'm going to look a little silly doing that, but I'm going to do it anyways. Content like the Purple Hybrid engine, the Lilith X engine, or sorry, the Dark Animal engine. Those kind of things are what goes on Wednesdays usually. I like it to be something just a little bit different, more talkative and informative. But yeah, I guess the other method I was thinking of increasing views would be putting more content on the channel. But what I'm afraid that's going to do is just kind of dilute interest in the channel. It's pretty noticeable when I put out a video like my comments videos. Those get marginally less views on the channel than other content that I make, and usually post uploading one of those videos, I will see a dip in views for the next like week and a half, where the content, it feels like there's the Millennium Mon Altart. So that is our 3rd hit. That is unfortunate for me, but I have a friend who's playing that deck, so he will enjoy that. But that does make the views on my channel take a hit for a bit, and then it kind of sucks for impressions, especially when I have a video that I'm excited for to upload directly after that. So while it's not great for the channel, I do like doing those comment videos though, because it's a good way to talk with you guys. But I feel like uploading maybe 3 videos a week where the interest is lower, like a comments video and then having 2 gameplay videos per week, would probably maybe tank my overall impressions and make views not good. So I'm a bit worried about doing something like that. But if you guys have any suggestions or ideas on what I could do to kind of provide you with more content that you're interested in, feel free to comment that down below if there's something you'd like to see me do that I'm not doing. I guess technically I don't do every deck profile for a set. I totally could, wow, I opened this like a monkey. I totally could just do more deck profiles and try to hit every deck in a set, but I'd be afraid that my decks would just wind up generic, some burnout happening there probably, because the interest just isn't there for some of the decks that I would have to make and play. Because quite frankly, I'm just not interested in playing everything in a set. Like, I'm really not interested in Millennium Mon, I'm not super interested in Lucamon, Ancient Greymon, the Queen Bee Mon isn't really something I'm super jazzed about. But obviously they're decks in the sets and I could make videos about them. So that is kind of a conundrum that I have to wrestle with here. So far this box kind of, okay, there's a Lord Nightmon next, thank Christ. Really would like to see at least a Duskmon or Veldermon in this box. I've got 1 Lord Knight, 1 Lord Nightmon X, 1 Magna, no Dynasmon. I guess I got the Dynasmon Blastace Altart, which I do want, so that's okay. And I did get a Lowy. There's a Zanba, there's a Koji. Awesome. I did need the Koji. But this is kind of what I was afraid of with this box. I should throw that away. I'm not crazy about every deck in this box, and there's so many SRs to pull that I knew that the pool would be diluted for things I could pull that I was actually really interested in. And there was a high chance I'd walk away from this going, oh, why did I buy those booster boxes when the singles are actually quite affordable right now? Which is kind of where I'm at the moment. I'll have to look up how these boxes are doing, or these singles that I pulled are, after the fact. So, man, I really like to pull an SP rare. I don't know if the SP rares are separate from your hits available per box. I guess I could just start flipping the last 2 cards to the front, Ancient Sphinx and Millennium. And we're actually almost done with the first box. I don't know if I have any SR hits left. I should have probably kept track of that, but I did not because I'm a bad noodle. We'll just flip those to the front. JP and Kaiser. I do need the Kaisers for my various purple hybrid decks, so that is kind of nice. And just 3 packs left in this box, so not crazy. What else do we have going on in the channel? I am still planning on that tournament that I polled for, with all of the decks that I currently own, putting them into a bracket, and then playing them against each other to see how everything does. Another Lowy, and there's a Dynus X I did need. I know it's only a couple cents, though, which is kind of unfortunate. That is in planning. I am in school, and we're getting close to the end of the semester, so things are really busy for me. Really hard to sit down, make all those deck lists, export them to the DC Geo client, and then I have to get my friends to play them. And we're trying to think of a way to do it where somebody's not just claiming all of the best decks to play. Like my friends would probably want to play the more meta decks, and that's, you know, that's reasonable. There's nothing crazy about that, but it does make it harder to do something like that. So we're talking over ways we could like draft the decks. How do we actually even record the whole thing in one go? Because that's a lot of Digimon to record 16 decks. There's a lot of games. There's a Lucamon Chaos mode. And that is it for this box. All right. So to recap, what did I get in this box that I was actually interested in? Not these two. The Dynasmon, pretty good. Lowy is good. I need this. I need this. I need that. I don't need the Ancient Cubterry. Actually, I lied. What else do we have? The Millennium stuff goes to my friend. That goes to my brother. There's the Box Topper. This is probably going to kill somebody that I'm touching all these with my hands. And I am sorry, but also not really that sorry because they're trading cards. And at the end of the day, they are what they are. They're not even worth that much money, to be honest with you. That. And the rest is what it is. So, in this box, how many hits did we get that I needed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15. Probably like, what, $30-ish worth of value that I actually needed. So that is something. So we'll move on to the second box here. I'll move this one down here. What was I in the middle saying? Tournament. That is, yeah, that's a work in progress. I'm thinking something like the end of not the end of, but when I am on winter break. So that would be beginning of December. Would be a good time for me to sit down, put together all the stuff for that, and actually film that with my friends, because we do have to be available to all sit down together. And one of them doesn't get out of work till like 11 o'clock at night, so we'd be up late doing card stuff, and that is kind of difficult for everyone's schedules. So I need something probably like a week for everyone to just be able to sit down together and knock all those out at once, so that we can get the whole thing recorded, and then I'll have to edit it. I am planning to kind of commentate over it, because obviously they're my decks, I know them best, and it would probably be interesting to be able to comment gameplay mistakes or things I probably wouldn't have done. There's Tommy and another Vespamon. I don't particularly want either of those. So that is probably the way I will do that. As far as picking the decks, I think I already mentioned we're thinking of draft. I would probably put all the cards into a pool, make the brackets, and then they would roll. Another Tiger Vespa. Why? I wonder if these are super common in the Lucky Packs. And see what comes out of that. And then people get to pick their deck first, and then draft it. Not draft it, what am I saying? People get to pick the deck they want to play, and then the person who did not pick would get to pick the next time. So just alternating on who gets to pick, who gets first choice, so that people can actually get some games in decks that they're interested in. There is the Lucemon X-antibody. It's actually pretty good. Does anyone else feel like Lucemon X's base art is just better than the alt art? Because that's how I feel about this card. I really like this base art, even though I'm not playing the deck. So that's where the tournament's at. Next month's channel... What do we have? The channel membership proxy should be Gorgormon. I have the card basically done, but I am going to sit on those so that they're just once a month, because it reduces my personal workload, because those are kind of a handful to make. I would like to make them slightly more professional looking, but it is kind of hard. I don't have Photoshop skills. I don't have fancy software. I've just got paint.net and reusable assets. There's another Lord Nightmon, thank you, and a Ryugamon. The rest is what it is. I really, really hope we pull at least one alt art that I really wanted. That would make this worth. I'm not going to complain about the Dynasmon, because I was excited to play that deck, but I would like to hit... There's another Koichi and a Patamon. I would love to hit the Duskmon alt. I would love to hit the Belgramon alt, Lord Nightmon X alt, Shadow Serapimon alt. I haven't pulled a single Shadow Serapimon, which I just need one, so I would love to pull one. What else? Alter. Queen Beemon. Is this the base art? This is the base art. Okay, I don't need that. Phew. Thought I pulled an Alter Queen Bee. I was going to be really sad, because I don't want to play that deck. My brother does, though, so that's how these boxes tend to go for me, too. It's usually something like half the box is stuff I want, half the stuff is cards he wants, and then I definitely pull more cards that he wants than I want. Nope, and nope. What else do we have to talk about? I am signed up for a regional in New Hampshire, Derry, New Hampshire. There's an offline regionals. It's a 32-player tournament. I just barely missed the cutoff for it, so I registered as the 70-something-th person in the tournament, and it is a 64 capacity, so I'm on the wait list. I probably... Ooh, another Lord Nightmon X. Sweet. I only need one more of those. I probably won't get in. But I thought it'd be fun to play another one. I did decide, if I made it into this one, that I would like to play one of my silly decks. I saw a comment on one of Mario's comment videos recently where somebody commented about how they hate Digimon YouTubers who make off-meta decks, and then they play in regionals and they take something meta. Like, they don't stand by what they've made. So if I do make it into that regionals, you can expect me to play something that I have cooked before. Probably Chaos Gallantmon or Minervamon, maybe Dynasmon. Although I guess that's not really off... Well, it is off-meta, but it's not that crazy of a cook. I would love to take Chaos Gallantmon. If I could win a single game with Chaos Gallantmon, I'd be pretty hyped against meta decks, but I feel like I'm not going to get in the tournament, and it is asking a lot to be able to do well at something like that with a deck like what I would be bringing. So I won't get my hopes up. If I do make it to that tournament, I will bring a GoPro. I'll vlog it. Probably not in the card shop, because I feel weird about doing that. I would make a post if I was going, so that if any of you guys are in the area and you want to show up and play some games after the tournament or something, we can do that. Or you can just meet me, we can say hi, something like that. Another Millennium, huh? That'd be cool. So we got that on the back burner. We'll see how that goes. But again, I really don't think I'll get in. The 64, it's a lotto too, so I need something like 6-7 people to drop out, and then I would need to win like a 50-50 coin flip on if I actually get in or not. Chances seem slim on that one. Ryugamon Altart. That's brutal, but that is going to my girlfriend, so something for her. I knew it was going to happen, too. I knew I was either going to get a Queen Bee Altart or a Ryugamon Altart. Kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. We won't complain. Yet. Lobo, another Dynus X. I haven't hit a single Duskmon. That's kind of brutal. Not going to lie. I think that is the most expensive card that I need out of this box is the Duskmons. I do need 4 of them, so not hitting any. Kind of low-key. Sucks a little bit, but it is what it is. I got 2 Lord Nightmon X's, so I can't really be that mad about it. I think I might have my 4 Takuyas, too. So it's not that bad, all things considered. Could be worse. I mean, I guess it is pretty bad spending $200 on 2 booster boxes and getting really not that much that you need. There's another Lowy and a Machine Dramon. We have 2 more hits in here, probably. We should. So that is something at least. Kind of sad about the Ryugamon, I'm not going to lie. I mean, it looks great. It's just not something I want to play. That card feels really smooth. Belgermon, finally we got one. And there's the next hit. It is a Kumon. That's unfortunate. Well, that is 0 for 2 on this box. I knew it was an Altart too. I felt how smooth it was. Oh, this sucks. Man, just one more? I mean, can it be good? Now the despair. We're in the pit of despair. If you've ever seen that graph, that's like motivation, something, something, trying again, and then the pit of despair. The lack of Duskmon. There's, I think, my 3rd Lord Nightmon, which I do need. Oh, I just dropped commons all over the floor. All right. We're doing good. Pit of Despair. Definitely getting there. Got packs all over the floor. That card feels smooth as well. I'm detecting. There's a regular Dynasmon. I did need 2 of those. And it's a Lucemon. I did pull 2 Lucemons. That's kind of... I mean, that's something, right? I don't know how expensive that card is as an SR. We'll have to check the value in a second. I might include a little segment where I do that. Let me see how much value is actually here. I can do that really quick. Let's see. Trying to go off a feel now that I've built this super smooth Kumamon. Nothing there. One more Altart or Secret Rare. I didn't pull a Susanoo-amon either, which I do need 1 of. Oh, I wanted the Magnagar Altart too. It's kind of a shame. There's so many Altarts that I could have hit that I would have been thrilled to get, and I haven't gotten any so far. There's the Lord Nightmon Ace, which I am unfortunately not building the black base, so that doesn't do me a whole lot of good. Somewhere in... How many packs do we have left here? We've got 5 packs left, and potentially 1 more. What is it? Secret Rare or Altart, because I believe it's 3 per box. So if this was a regular box, I'd have been hosed. I've been really sad. Just the Dynasmon Altart, really. That's about it. There's another JP and a Kaiser. We're almost at the end of this wonderful unboxing. If you stayed this far, props to you. Appreciate you. You are a wonderful human being. Thank you for the engagement, the watch time, the impressions. This is a bonus video after all, so I don't really expect to do much. Fun B and another Kaze. Let's see. Which pack is it in? Obviously, the last Altart we pull is going to be an SP Rare slot. I'm going to get the best card I could ask for. It's actually going to be the Shadow Seraphimon SP Rare, or the Dynasmon SP Rare, just to really go hand in hand with the Dynasmon Ace Altart that there's the Shadow Seraphimon. Thank Christ I got 1, because I did need that. And I would have hated to shell out for that after knowing that I could have pulled 1. But yeah, I'm definitely going to pull. Well, now that I pulled that, it has to be the Dynasmon SP, because that is what I need. Ta-da, Patamon, and it is another Satan mode. Tragic. All right, well, I got hosed on these boxes, I think. You know, in hindsight, buying these boxes when there's so many cards that I don't want or don't need in them is probably a poor choice, but I think opening product is fun. So we did it. And that is it for my boxes. So, to recap, our hits here, we have the Satan mode, Kumamon, Ryugamon, the Millenniummon, which will go to one of my friends, and then the Dynasmon Ace. No Z Millenniummons here. For what I actually need, we got the Shadow Seraphi Ace, which will be going in my Magnagar deck. We have a Kaiser. JP will be going in Magna as well, I suppose. Dynasmon, Lord Knight, Velger is in Purple Hybrid, Magna, Dynus, Purple Hybrid, Magna, Lord Knight. I think I'm only running 2 of those there. These go here. I think that is all of the Koichis, if I'm not mistaken. I think that goes in there. This goes here, 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 and here. So what do we got? So for Lord Knight, I do need one more Lord Knightmon X, and I think that's it. I think I was on a 3-and-3 split with an Anubismon, so that is almost a job well done. For Dynasmon, I need one more Ace, one more regular Dynus, and then one more Dynasmon X. So that could be worse. We'll just set these over here. Purple Hybrid, I need 4 Duskmons, which really sucks. I got 3 of my Koichis, which is something. My 2 Kaisers, I did pull 3 of these, so I might have enough. Actually, is that 4 Lowies? I pulled 3 Lowies, so no playset, and then 1 Belger. Kind of rough there. And then for Magna, I got the 1 Magna. What do we have? JP. This, we'll set aside for a second. 2 JP, 3 JP. I think I am running 3 JPs. 2 of the Takuyas. And then we got Beetle, which I think I need 3. And then I do have 2 of these, and then 1 and 1. So we didn't do too bad on this deck. But yeah, that's really all I need. I want to check the value on these real fast, and we will get right back on that cam. So for our alt arts, we have the Dynasmon Ace, which the alt art is going for $7. So totally nailed it there. Millenniummon, what do we got here? The alt art is $20. So, you know, I'll definitely charge my friend full price for that. The Ryugamon, oops, that's a T. Ryugamon, Ryugu, $10. I mean, hey, that's something. The Kumamon alt-art, that is $14, so not the worst. Let's check Lucamon generically. The Satan modes are $8 each, so not fantastic. And then the larvas are 14 cents, whereas the new one is $3, and the X-antibody is also $3. So all things considered, I guess we could check the Takuyas real fast. Takuya. And this guy here, Takuya and Koji, 38 cents. So as far as value for things we needed, not great. So we'll end that here. If you watched this whole unboxing, thank you very much for supporting my channel. Thank you for being here for the Yap session. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Thank you to our YouTube members for supporting this channel. It's people like Langlong and Big Z11 who make videos like this possible.